Yeah.
All right, sweet, perfect.
I think the nonsense is just beginning.
Is this what's happening here? The nonsense just beginning?
Oh, are we live?
We're live.
Is this season 4?
This is season 4. We're here.
Hey, that's just me. Everybody.
You're premature, sir.
Why? We're live.
Can we count?
Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
It's that time again. You know what I'm talking about.
Don't make me spell it out.
I'm totally
Oh,
for
sorry.
I'm
Don't
not you.
make me
No more robots, guys. I'm
Smooth robot.
Stalling a driver.
Smooth robot.
But Marionette robot.
This is a new season, sir.
You end on it.
This is
Milk the udders. Milk the udders.
You're different.
Catch on like it was
well, guys. It's season.
First thing you want to do.
Thank you.
Introduce you to the Shot Club.
Hey,
I am Cheza.
GMTM.
sloppy sleeve. Small littles. Family clique.
It's David Solomon. Fly crown. Ooh, what's that I'm wearing?
And the DJ, not the back.
DJ.
Well, let's just buy long right now because I'm installing a driver. I'll be
Installer bylaw.
Yeah, so darling a bylaw.
We're in season 4.
Yes, sir.
We just entered.
First shot,
Season
season
4.
4.
Oh, you guys poured me up?
Just
Look
tip.
at you.
This is the tip of season
Oh, actually,
4.
before all that, we have a new friend for season 4.
No, we
Dude.
keeping it 1800.
We have
We're
a-
not keeping it 100.
Keep it
Oh, we are keeping it
Oh, yeah.
1800.
We're not keeping it 100. We're keeping it
You
1800.
want to keep it 1800 and look at installer up?
Can you install his drivers? I think you just use that.
No, I'm just displaying.
Oh, what is that? What is that? That looks good.
That's 1800 silver.
The funny thing about 1800 silver, it's just refined enough.
Is it?
How's everybody's week been?
How refined is it?
Just enough. Just enough.
So,
All right, let's take our first shot.
First shot of the season. Let's go.
It's actually starting to work.
All right. No, it's
All right.
not.
It's not.
What's the shot to?
Success. Season 4.
Season 4. Shots up.
Here we go. Whew.
That's nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If I want to keep it 1800, that was smooth.
That was smooth?
That was smooth.
That was like.
Yo, introduce our new friend so we can set the time.
Okay, so we did a poll. We did
We did not do
You
a
might have
poll.
done it.
When was sir?
BBC,
And what does that mean?
the Big Black Club.
The other one was Sir Shots a Lot. And the winner was?
One second. Which one would you pick?
Sir Shots a Lot. And the winner is Sir Shots
We
a Lot.
are in the minority.
One of the not left out though, so it's not really fair.
I'm buying a new one. I'm gonna have a second one right here. BBC.
So this gentleman here is named Sir Shots a Lot. Welcome him to the shot
Shot
club.
up.
But one name got left off the list.
What name was
it
that?
It could have possibly been Todd.
Yeah, you were gunning for
That was a
Todd
late
Black
entry.
Friday.
That was a
well late entry.
Every name was black related. So I was like, we need
What
a
is
black
it?
name in there.
Count Cluckula? Count Cluckula was not black related,
There's no.
It was based on Count Chocula.
but he's also still not black.
But he's chocolate.
It's chocolate.
He's Chocula. Is this serial character black or not?
Shout out to
Actually, we already have questions in here, but finish what you're saying.
you started the statement by.
All right, so we have a question. We already got Pam.
What's going on, Pam Pam?
She said, "What we drinking? Tequila, Cinco de Mayo."
Cinco
if we're
de Mayo.
We're not keeping it 100. We're keeping it 1800.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to 1800 Tequila.
Yeah.
That's what we're starting off the season smooth.
Smooth.
And that wasn't a bad shot. So
It was smooth.
It's okay.
let's see what happens when we get to.
you know.
Hold on, sorry, we didn't set.
It was clean and
Sir
smooth.
Shots a Lot.
So
Well, actually, that's not his name. according to the people who voted.
Sir Shots Alive.
Was it?
No, did it?
Yeah.
I thought
I thought
No,
Joseph voted.
no, it was the other one.
No, we had somebody who was trying to purposely alter the results, and they lost.
Tom Jack.
Yeah.
You got Trump. They lost.
I tried to trump the
And this is why it didn't work. And this is why voting is such a touch. Why voting is such a
That's true.
Sir Shots a lot, lost some off the coast.
Yeah, people who have like many accounts like I do. So
They
one
go
vote turns
through.
to 5.
Right. Like the
Electoral College.
Straight. Okay.
In the
So-
1800s under pressure.
Sir
Under pressure.
BBC.
You can't change the man's name.
Sir BBC started. So
Okay.
how's everybody's week been? Actually, it's like
How's
bullshit.
everybody's winter been?
Fuck winter.
Winter is here.
Winter's gone.
Winter.
Winter is here.
That's the last
According,
time we all talked though.
according to
The last time we all actually spoke
according to Game
was
of
like
Thrones.
November, December. I haven't seen you guys since.
Yeah, when the cameras
You
go
haven't
off,
seen us since?
Since
But
when
we
the cameras
haven't
are
been
off,
working.
we go our separate ways. We actually can't stand each other in real life.
Yeah, we haven't
That's a
been
lie.
working.
You guys are all in the studio.
Other than me and Cheza, who casually meet up every Wednesday.
Listen, they're lying. They're exaggerators.
You guys are
No,
always
we're
in
not.
the studio.
You know what? We're not. We actually keep it 1800.
But they have been exaggerating. So we have had quite a productive few months off.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Mylon have been eating
Yeah.
pizza and drinking wine.
No, you haven't.
no, you haven't.
You haven't.
Oh well, probably not on camera. Not on camera, but yeah, you guys are probably.
No, you haven't. But we have been recording. We have our guest in the back commentating. And
He gonna be here in a minute.
yeah, he'll expound on that.
He'll just go on that.
Going on it.
He'll just go on it. We were just scolding things today.
I don't think you're using that right. I still don't know what it means.
All right, wrong way.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
we're just scolding things today. What up, Kofi?
What up, Kofi?
What up, Kofi?
Oh, I forgot. It's right there.
It's right there, and I like the way you just.
That's where that song came from. Makes sense.
That's not what I said for
Anyways,
me.
yeah. What, Trace, you were saying something?
Yeah. Speaking of how our weeks have been, I guess there's no better way to intro what happened last night.
Yeah. Again, shout out to everybody who came
876
there.
Dundas West, dope event.
What's the place called?
Friday Roots and
Friday
Vibes.
Roots and Vibes on a Saturday night. Not confusing at all.
And it's not a reggae spot.
It's not a regular.
We have to first and foremost thank Raj.
Yep.
You gotta thank Joey.
Mhm.
You gotta thank Kid Daniels.
Mhm.
You know,
Very hospitable.
whenever we're gonna big up somebody, double tap. Give him a double tap.
Does that mean we have to drink?
No,
My
we just double
glasses.
tap them. We're bigging them up.
My glasses full.
I know, but like,
Sorry, guys.
I hear you.
Then
yeah.
double tap.
You're kind of jumping out the window with that.
Ugh.
I know you're the
We're
responsible.
too high right now.
I'll give a shout out to the Emily, the sound tech last night. She set everything up very, very nicely.
The Emily.
No,
Yeah.
no. The thing about
Can I speak
876.
freely?
And moldy.
Think about Fridays.
The thing about
Yes.
Fridays is they're a very well run
Establishment.
establishment. That's what I'm looking
You
for.
lost already.
I did.
Todd Jack.
I did. But they run a really dope function, and I like that. I like that you have the sound person, you have the point person, you have the host, you have and everything's moving in conjunction, and we
Right.
had a really good time.
Junction.
It's very smooth. So again, I want to thank Raj, Kid Daniels, Joey, sound.
Was it smooth like the 1800 tequila?
Oh, to keep it 1800,
It's clean and
Very
fruity as
smooth.
well.
very smooth.
What's
We had a
fruity?
great time.
What's
They were very
It's silver. It's clean and fruity.
Oh, for real? It was actually very clean. That was again very good shot.
We had a very good time. Shout out to our sponsors, Mary Jane,
Dispensary.
Spencer.
You guys, like, I tried to say it on stage and you guys were like, no. You guys
So we
want
were trying to make sure that
Mary and Jane and Mary Jane.
Dispensary.
Canadian
Lifestyle.
lifestyle. I'm really bad. Oh, and they gave us some really dope edibles, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like someone gave some.
Mine's still in my pocket.
Is it?
I
I donated mine to Joey. Thanks for
Well, we have to get Joey to come talk about that.
yeah. Guys.
Was it?
We do.
Um.
But thank you guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks to Rich Kid,
Rich Kid,
Daniels,
Adam Bomb. Yeah. But thank you.
Shout out to M.O.
Thank you, because the night wouldn't have been what it was without you guys. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Thank you.
It was. I was saying earlier, it was really good. Like all the support, everyone that pitched in.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was our first launch party
Yeah.
and it went as smooth as it did, like 1800 smooth.
Oh, actually,
You gotta thank you guys.
I'm just
Actually, what?
jumping in.
What?
Go ahead.
All right, but Miss asked question after question.
That's
So-
what she does best.
I don't see anything on here.
Hold on, let me see.
Do you guys all
I was
the
trying to
music?
watch us.
I know you can see it. I don't know.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
I don't know why you
Well,
said
Chelsea can see it. So
There you go. All right, so do you guys all do music?
yes, we do.
It's a perfect segue into what I want to do. That's why I wanted to call the episode allow us to reintroduce ourselves.
Mm,
A lot of
My name is
people,
Mo.
there's that.
absolutely.
But people
DT,
don't.
DT's in the back dying. I can't wait till you guys meet DT if you haven't met DT. You really don't. But he's gonna be coming soon.
But yeah, like a lot of people don't know we all do music.
No, we don't.
So
Yeah,
with our new, what is the, I want to say goal or mission statement, not mission statement, but something like that, that we want to put a highlight on hip hop, Canadian hip hop, and hip hop in general. So
Right.
as long as we want to do that, we got to make sure that first you guys understand why we want to do it, and that's
Right.
because we're in this. We're all artists.
Yeah.
I've been doing it since we'll say
Using diapers with no dreads.
for a minute.
He's been making melodies.
We'll say 2004. I've been doing it. I didn't do music.
Okay.
What you Trace? Give a little intro for you. You and your music.
How long have you been doing it? Let's go with that.
03.
03?
03.
How about you, David? I know.
That was a deep breath.
2006.
2006?
working properly, but
Okay. And Mo?
Since
From the
like
womb to the tomb. I'll be on my thug and shit.
since trying to think of what year it would be. Since like 98 maybe.
98.
No, way before that. Like 96.
See,
Me and Jamie first recorded over. The first beat we recorded on was Mace. What was the fucking song?
Feels so good?
His first, yes.
Okay.
So that was the first instrumental we recorded something on. So
Okay.
since that, what year is that?
97.
There you go, 97.
That's, I
Okay.
want to say November, October.
So what made you want to rap? Like everybody, but what, since you're like, I guess,
It made it feel
the
so good.
tenured.
It made it feel so good.
And since you're the more tenured.
I've always been a writer. My parents are both writers, and I've always written poetry from a really young age. I used to write stories. I was always into creative writing, so it was a natural progression into like discovering hip hop. Being inspired by rappers and poets and writing my own. It's horrible, but I mean we all gotta start somewhere. And in my cahier.
Hold on,
it,
can we
Kanye?
do that? Hold on, can we do that? Can we do the most embarrassing lyric from our early days?
We
Can we
should
do
do
that?
I can't remember.
No.
Actually, I know a song that I haven't ever put up, but I was like, as a kid, I was like,
You thought it was
Always
the shit when you were a
wanted
kid?
Yeah.
I always wanted to put it up. But before we jump into that, Miss asked questions.
Is that Pam Pam?
Yeah.
Pam Pam Pam
Pam, 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 pam.
Pam?
Why is there anything? I don't see it.
Oh, there's a little delay over there. Like,
Yeah.
oh, there it is.
But
Oh,
truthfully,
there it
she was
is.
just saying she's listened to you since Nickel City first time, and to me was Subburials in 2010 stuff.
Okay.
But yeah,
Sudbury was
sorry.
before Nothing City?
No,
Was it? Okay.
so you're saying.
Do we want to shout out what
Oh,
our sites now, or?
Todd Gack.
It's Sir Shots a lot.
Todd, yeah.
we're gonna be making sure his name stays his
Kinda
name.
name
You
is
guys
Todd,
can't be
yeah.
giving him nicknames already.
Yeah, we can.
I'm gonna get another one called
First
Rod. Rod and Todd.
Rod and
Mmm.
Mm.
Shots up.
Side.
Okay, yeah, please.
The DJ.
Woo. That is.
But that's 1800 smooth, baby.
You know what? Speaking of basketball, did you know that 1800 was sponsored the New York Knicks?
Really?
Oh.
New York Knicks place? Really?
Well, first
The
of all,
Knickerbockers.
The
I
Knickerbockers.
think.
first of all,
I like them even more. The Knicks
First
are
of
my
all-
team. Knicks have been team. I've been one of those guys.
you're a Patrick Ewing fan, so
Yeah,
that's why.
that's Jamaican.
First of all, you see the hat that I'm wearing, sir? You see what happened today, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won. We pulled it out.
As you should.
Yeah.
Pull out game is strong. Pull out game is strong.
That doesn't deserve a clear throat.
But yeah, okay, back to what we're saying. So
Nobody picked up on the fact that we were not talking about basketball.
At all.
Okay, yeah, so Trace, what made you back to the question?
no, what made you start?
When did you start rapping?
Oh man, my brother Ryan Williams, producer. He's been my producer since I started. I went out to Bermuda to just get some extra money just to work. I was out here.
Pirate?
Yeah. No, I came out here to go to school, and then I went back out there to get some work just to make some money. And there was a live TV show, locally produced, every week, kind of 106 in Park-ish.
Okay.
Was actually like spurned off of that, and he knew the he-
something. I was like, oh,
he knew the producer of it, and he was like, "Oh, they just lost the person who was supposed to do a live performance."
Okay.
And while he's talking, I've kind of zoned out, and I was just like, "I'll do it." And I had no song written.
I was gonna
nothing,
say, did you? Yeah.
nothing.
And
He was
how old?
like 17, 18.
So like 2 years ago.
But yeah, he was like, he's talking, and then like I just interrupted him. I was like, "I'll do it. I'll be the
I'll be that.
I'll be the guest performance." And he was just like, "You'll do it," because he knew I wrote, but I had never recorded anything, really expressed
Had
doing
you
that.
ever rapped out loud?
I was more of a writer than anything.
Yeah.
And he knew that I wrote, and he was making beat. He was just starting to make beats at the time, and he was just like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, I'll call you back in like 5 minutes. I'll call him, let him know that we have a new performer." And when he hung up the phone, I was just like, "Oh shit,
What
I
did
don't-
just do?
I don't have a song. This is a Tuesday. They record on Friday live." So I'm like, okay, I've got 3 days to
figure this shit out.
figure it out. So
Wow.
I wrote the song on the Wednesday. I took the Thursday off to recite, and then Friday I was just telling everybody at work, like, "Oh, I'm gonna be on live TV. Check me out." And it was disastrous.
Was it?
I forgot everything.
Do you remember?
It was
it now?
It was like Men in Black when they flash the light and you forget everything.
Yeah.
Once the this light
You got in your head.
hits,
You got
I
in your
forgot
head.
everything but the chorus. So I did the chorus at the beginning and then I freestyle everything else. And then I was depressed as fuck. And I had to borrow $40. I went to the bar at 17, drunk myself under the table, went home. My mom watched it. She left my keys at home. So she had to open the door. It was just a complete clusterfuck. But something about music, when you make it, makes you want to
Feel
continue.
okay.
Right.
You feel no pain.
So, yeah.
Bob Morley over there.
More. Sorry if I took up too much time, but yeah.
All right.
Sometimes you just have to you have to go with what really drives you to make the music. And that's what really did it for me.
That and because if you hadn't done that, it could have taken you years
From a Tuesday to a Friday.
to get to actually get to that point.
Yeah.
You force yourself into the corner.
Okay. So tell them where you hear your music now. So
TraceMotivate.bandcamp.com.
all right, David.
What do you do?
Why did you start?
I didn't get to announce my name on the website. It's cool. Go ahead.
Where do they find your music? M.O. Littles.
Well, at MOLittles.com. Bubbles go up.
Let's go out.
Okay. David Solo Man. So how did you start?
Nice shirt, by the way, sir.
Mhm.
It's fancy. You can't see it. The light is just.
Too blind and
But why did I start? We were bored, bro.
I knew it was gonna be something like this.
We were
Or was
bored.
either that or girls?
No, we were bored. We were literally chilling.
Who's we?
Me, my boy Andre, my boy Angry Man,
Anchorman?
Angry Man, my little brother. A bunch of us were bored. We had a bottle of sherry, and we had a bottle of sherry. Went to the house. Angry Man was making some beats off of Free Loops. Troy, our boy Troy was there.
What year is this?
2006-ish,
Okay.
and just started making music. I know the music.
All right, where can I hear you?
All right.
It's davidsolomon.bandcamp.com. And you're going to hear a lot more.
By the way,
I'm bored of.
we actually met at the studio.
Yeah. Juan called me over. He's like, in Rexdale.
If you guys don't remember Wong, please go back to the videos.
Yeah.
You'll see
Season
Magic Finger
Or
Wong.
season
Season
three.
three.
Season
Season 3.
Yeah, so we Juan calls me up because I teach myself to play guitar. He's like, yo, I need you to help me with these kids that I'm teaching come through. So I'm in there.
Wong is really a teacher.
Yeah, I'm
Before
trying to
anything.
teach these kids, like I listen to their stuff and like, first of all, their music's making no sense.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to teach them how to okay, so this line and this line don't match up because of this word. You gotta switch it.
But
You
this
gotta
is
change it.
this is what I can do
Right.
to help.
So I'm listening to this and I'm telling Juan, he's like, tell them. I'm like, they don't know me, they know you. So I'm telling you, you tell them. He's like, nah, they need to learn.
That's the one thing about Wong that
Yeah.
I can say. Like I have him in my contacts as Phil Jackson.
Okay.
Because he
Makes
really is like a Zen master.
It makes sense, yeah.
If you speak to him in the studio, you don't even have to record anything. It's really on some like philosophy before anything.
Right.
And then you're like, oh, let's record something. Like the whole time you're just talking. But he was in one corner, I was in another corner, and we were waiting to start a session. And then we kicked up a conversation.
It's after his actual session.
Okay.
Like he's in there like, who's this guy?
Keep talking.
Like, who is this guy? Right?
Wasn't nobody stopping for you?
Right? No, I'm looking at Juan like, who is this guy? Because he walked in and one take and his verse was pretty complex. Just crushed it.
I wish I remembered what verse it
I'm
was.
like, okay, that's dope. And after the session we started chopping it up. I think I don't know if you just came back from Bermuda or whatever, but
You wanted, like, I want to say structure in the verse, and I wanted to learn how to play the guitar.
yes.
So it was like, because he's in the corner just playing the guitar, and I'm just like, yo, I want to know how you did that.
Yeah.
He was like, what do you do? And I was like, I do this. And he was like, I want to know how to do that.
Yeah.
And now
What?
we're drinking alcohol.
What did you just say behind the wall, bro?
Trace, what I'm just asking.
He's talking about marionette strings.
Go to hell, sir.
How did we meet?
Yeah, how did you and M.O meet?
On the basketball court.
No, the one
What
that
is-
you guys
very
were
shame.
6.
What a shame.
Actually,
What a shame.
356?
Yeah. Miss Last question says, you guys should make a vlog channel and show the process, struggles of making and putting out music. People these days like looking behind the scenes and seeing into lives of artists such as yourselves.
You know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a great idea because
We're in the process of
Making the album.
music, so-
Yeah, so we're making music. So
yeah.
bit by bit, we've been showing the behind the scenes process, but
But we can do that. We can just.
we can actually tape it and then hold it for later, right? Yeah.
This is factual.
We just need more people like you supporting what we do to keep it going.
But Chester, why did you start making music?
Because so music on the radio was kind of annoying, and I hate to complain about it. So you know that saying like, if you don't like it, do better.
Change
Right.
it.
So I chose to do better.
What music was annoying to you? Who's the artist?
I don't know if it's an artist per se, but this was like early 2000s.
Hey! So quick. Yo, this guy right here.
Todd Gack.
Is that
But
might
yeah.
like he's changing the name. Like I can't fight it.
Oh, by the way, before we forget, shout out to everybody that was at the show last night and got
a
Wasted.
shot glass.
shot glass. We actually have more shot glasses that are arriving this week up for sale. Make sure you go to shotclubpodcast.com, like, share, comment, subscribe, bell stay notified. Merchandise is available this week. New shot glasses.
New shirts.
Were you just marionetting?
No, it's serious.
That looked kind of marionette.
It was marionette. He wants to do it.
I do not.
He
So
does.
it
He
is.
does.
I do not.
Alright, so
We're gonna take a shot, and then we're gonna bring in our guest, the distinguished.
He also may be an artist.
Yeah,
Mike.
it might be in his name actually.
I think it's in his name, but what kind of artist is he?
I like the pants. I like the pants.
I feel like you're always wearing funky pants.
That's my
I got a funky style and funky.
like a funky chicken.
With the pants to match.
Shots up.
Shots up.
Hashtag.
Huh?
Here we go. Okay.
So did you know
That was so smooth.
that
Yeah, tequila.
1800 is named after the year tequila was born?
Really? Tell
Was
me
it,
more.
was it born
Yeah, it was
or
born.
sold?
It's just discovered. I mean,
Created.
discovered.
Tell us more.
This
1875?
No,
1795.
Okay, this is
17
random facts over here.
1795.
Oh, my dyslexia wrote 1975. 1795.
And that's okay.
1795.
Imagine you discovered agave and what it could do to you. So the Mexicans discovered this, and it took them 5 years to start selling it once they sobered up. So in 1800,
In 1800 and
tequila was born.
tequila's
Say word.
And this is why 1800 is named what it
1800.
is. Yeah.
All right.
Word. Now,
Just a little fun fact. Also,
fact.
I should have been able to figure that out myself because it's called 1800. So I don't know why I was like 1700 or 1900. No, it would have been.
I don't know why you even thought 1990, you know.
I just
75. He said 1775, but it's actually 1795.
Yeah. So I
5 years before.
I reversed those numbers.
5 years before 1800, they cultivated it. 1800 is when it became a business. So 1800 is when it happened, and 2019 is when they revolutionized it by coming to the shot club. Jazz hands. Is it a thing? Is it a thing?
No.
It's a thing.
Oh, it's a
It's a
thing.
thing. It's a thing.
I refuse to do that.
That's what Chester.
I do declare. At this point, we wanna thank our guests for coming through.
our host guest.
Introduce our guest.
Introduce
Well,
let's thank him.
No. Wait. I want to thank our guest.
Thank you
Okay,
for
that was it. That's the show, everybody. Have a night.
Thank you for joining the show.
Thanks for having
We'd like to thank our live studio audience.
Introducing our guest, artist, engineer, revolutionary,
Funky pant wearer.
Yes, sir.
very much, and has the tightest braids since Ludacris in 02.
Are they
I just threw that out. Sorry.
Are those
I just
braids-
wanted to see
They're locks with braids.
Okay, there we go.
I just want to see if it would work. DT.
I love it.
So is it just DT or DT the
It's
artist?
DT the artist, but DT for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, my label in Poland says DT stands for drinking tea.
Wow, that's all you drink out there?
I drink
Now-
pineapple tea. That's my thing.
Now,
in Poland.
now,
Yeah.
now, I'm glad you said that.
We had this whole conversation already.
No, we didn't.
Yes, he
We
was
did
there.
We had it off air.
No, I'm actually creating this now. So
Okay.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He's controlling the narrative.
Okay.
I am.
This sounds like
I am-
false news,
I am-
sir.
I am gentrifying the interview.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Eh?
But yeah,
I like.
you were saying.
Not bad. Not bad. What's I gonna say? Long Island iced tea.
I don't like anything iced tea.
Oh man.
Yeah. Tea's supposed to be hot.
Have you ever tried it?
I'm half Jamaican, bro.
But have
Tea's
you tried
supposed to
it,
be
though?
hot.
Have you tried it though?
Tea is supposed to be hot.
Here's what we're gonna do.
A Long Island iced tea.
You go to a Jamaican where iced tea and the tea and M iced tea.
Yo,
Tea's supposed to be
Yo,
hot.
Jamaicans say a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do Jamaicans eat ass?
I don't know.
No.
Jamaicans, I know.
They don't. They don't.
Why
Do
not?
they?
Do you know what he's going to talk about, sir? He's going to
Do
talk about
they eat
oxtail.
oxtail?
He's going to talk about
Yeah.
He's talking about chicken thigh. Anything that's close to the
Do they
ass.
eat
is-
oxtail?
He's considering.
You just mean ass in general?
Do they eat ass?
Who?
You eat bacon?
Yeah.
So you eat ass too. So why you judging?
But they're the ones that
Yeah,
are
why
making
you
it.
judging?
I don't
from
care.
drinking.
I don't care.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
where did this come from?
I don't know.
I'm
That's where the ass
asking
came from.
I just want to know from
way other left field. Like,
I just want to know from
in the
DT. I just want to know from DT. You know
There's too many.
what's
Jamaicans.
up? Why
There's too many Jamaicans around.
there is?
Yeah.
They feel sensitive.
There's a Jamaican right here too.
That's white Yachty right
Okay.
there.
But yeah, let's back to what we're
DT.
talking about. Like, when did you start?
Do tell.
When did you start?
Yeah. When did you start your?
I started in 1998.
Okay.
What made
a
you
little
start?
later than a
Yeah.
month.
Is there a specific song, album?
I did a song called "Thoughts on Life," and I had just gotten over a basketball injury where I lost all my scholarships.
Yeah.
And I went into depression.
Yeah.
Over $250,000 worth of scholarships. I moved my left knee out, and I was in the hospital. I went through depression. I had to go through rehab and physio and all of that. And
How long was that?
well, I was told I may never walk again at a 50-50 chance, and if anything, I wouldn't be able to start walking for at least 6 months.
Okay.
I did it in 6 weeks. I had the cast off, all of that. And I was like, I'm out. And then,
John Cena.
yeah, I had to. I would never walk again. So I stopped playing basketball, and so that's where that first song, "Thoughts on Life," came from. Like just all the depression, all of that, and when you're going through it, people are like, I understand. No, you don't. No, you don't. You do not understand what it's like to not be able to walk, to hold a basketball, to dunk, to do none of that.
Let me ask this question. What was the point where you felt like things were starting to get better?
So I'd been writing and doing some stuff, and then I got the opportunity to open up for KRS-One. And KRS-One is like, brother, what's your name? And DT is short for Deep Thoughts. So I was like, sir, it's Deep Thoughts. And he's like, you have blessed hip hop with your name. And I was like, oh, okay. And I'm not like, yo, like the teacher just co-signed me.
Yeah.
And then that's when things started.
What year was that?
I think that was like 2001.
Who else opened up for that show?
I don't even remember.
Who ended that show?
Bruh, I don't remember. I just remember meeting him.
Was it you?
No.
I mean,
The way you like that
No,
made me think it was you.
Because there was, I think I remember that KRS-One show, but there's also another show. I'm probably confusing the two of them, where Mindbender asked KRS-One if he could go on because he was supposed to perform.
Yeah.
And
Shout
then
out
the
to
promoter
Mindbender.
kind of like screwed him, right?
Oh.
So he's like, KRS-One's like, brother, go ahead. And Mindbender started pretty much closed the show after KRS-One.
No, that wasn't the same one.
Okay.
Okay, let me specify. Physically, how did you like the moment that you felt like, okay, I can walk again? I can. What point was that?
So doing the physio and everything, I had kind of like that 50 Cent. You remember when he's doing the workout and all of that? Yeah, Gary Tonight, right. And it's funny because like I had to do like the actual physio, and then
Were you upside down?
well, I had to do the, you're holding the poles and you're walking the weights, all of that, and then as I started getting slow mobility, they're like, hey, run in the pool.
Mhm.
So, you know, I'm going in the pool, like, whoa, I'm feeling it. And then you come out the pool, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
You're like, Bambi, you can't stand up. And then all of a sudden, one day, I'm running in the pool and I'm just gunning it. I'm like, yo. I came out the pool and I was walking perfectly fine. I went to physio the next day and the doctor was like, yeah, we got nothing else for you, man. I was like, all right. And you know, you feel accomplished.
Yeah.
And then it's the same thing with music. When I go on stage, like now I'm doing these big festival stages and stuff. And I tell artists, it doesn't matter what size the show is. When it's game time, they say, now coming to the stage, David Solomon.
Right.
All of a sudden, you get this little pit in your stomach,
Yeah.
and then you have to pee just a little bit. Not enough to go to the bathroom, but enough to feel uncomfortable.
Not pee.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And that's how you know it's game time.
I get bubble gut, then all the right quick. And I'm gonna get through this as fast as possible.
Yeah, I've had that feeling,
Mm.
and
Like,
almost
yourself?
no, like that nervousness in your stomach.
Yeah.
Like not where Trace blacked out. Like there's a show I was doing.
It's enough to make you feel alive.
Yeah, there's a show I was doing, and as soon as they called my name, I was in the back, everything perfect. As soon as they called my name,
Like,
I went blank.
Yeah, you get the
Right?
stars feeling like,
I'm
Wait,
like,
I mean, I'll
I'm
just
like,
make it
oh
so
shit, right? I'm zoned out, and then all of a sudden, I go they hand me the mic, everything floods right.
that was,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
It's the worst feeling because just as you're about to go on stage, you're like, okay, my lyrics, yo, I don't remember. What do I say?
Right,
DT
right.
the artist. You go on stage, you're like, then the music comes on, and then you just go.
Yeah.
It's like, yo,
Yeah.
2 minutes ago, I couldn't remember nothing.
Actually, the way I am,
you can't think.
before a show, I'm usually trying to convince myself, how can I leave? Before every time I get on stage, I'm trying to convince myself, I'm like, you know what? They're taking too long. Fuck it, I'm not gonna do this.
The mic sounds bad.
Oh, this is getting pushed
It's not
back.
organized.
Until I get there.
That's actually a great starting point.
But until I actually get there, then it's like, fuck it.
See,
So I have to tell myself, fuck it, and then I
Before
go
the
and
show,
then I can do it.
You can't get me to eat anything. Like, I will not eat before a show. So I remember I was doing a show night. You guys haven't really seen me perform. I'm the jump off the stage guy.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So I'm
Yeah,
all
that's
over the
nice.
place. And then one time I did that and I was going wild. And then as I came off the stage, like literally came out, everything came out.
Oh.
And this is maybe about 6 years ago from then. I won't eat anything.
Did
And everybody saw this?
No, nobody saw it. This
Oh.
is backstage.
Oh,
Did you
okay, okay.
did
I
you
think you're
know did you know before
Here
you
you go.
went on stage you know like okay there's a chance that I might yak.
You don't think that,
Yeah.
but then some artists can pull it off because they're behind the mic, like, yeah, I put it down, then I pick it up, and then and that's all they do. Like they just stand there
But
and move their hands.
you are
Me, like, You know, someone's on stage like, and I'm all around throwing t-shirts, throwing out chocolate bars and glow sticks. I'm
First of all-
jumping into
first
the
of all-
audience. I'm taking pictures.
First of all,
he's doing
first of all, yes, where did the chocolate bars come from?
All right, so a few months ago, shout out DJ The Spirit.
I like how we went straight like arms like first of all
So I did a show in Brandon, Manitoba,
Okay.
and I was opening up for Afroman. So that's why I shout out DJ The Spirit. He put me on that.
Mm.
So I'm
Hey! It's that time
Like, this
again.
is a
You
story
know what I'm
drink too.
talking about.
Don't
make
make me
Yeah.
call him black.
What's wrong with you?
That was terrible.
Big black
You
clock.
did-
Come on, if you're gonna call him his name, call him by
Yeah, so I'm in Brandon, Manitoba. I'm about to open up for Afroman. And every artist who goes on before me is like, yo, everybody come up to the stage, come up. And they're trying to get everybody to stand in front
Yeah,
of the stage.
of course. Yeah.
Now for me, I'm like, it's a bunch of weed heads.
Right.
I know exactly what to do. There's a dollar store across the street. I went to the dollar store, spent $6 and got a bunch of those little mini chocolate bars.
Right.
So I put them in a bag. They're like, DT, the artist. I come out. I'm like, yo, I know there's a bunch of weed heads in here. Who got the munchies? Everybody comes in and they start throwing out chocolate bars.
Nice.
And then the song comes on and it's hype. Now people are like, hey, but I didn't throw out all the chocolate bars.
Right.
So everybody's like, there's more coming. You know what I do? I go to the next song, throw out some more chocolate bars. Then I have glow sticks, throw them out. All the girls are like, oh, I want a glow stick. So everyone's going crazy now. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So then I throw out the last one of chocolate bars. And then these guys are like, yo, DT. So I just jumped off the stage like I usually do.
Right.
And then I'm in it and, you know, I'm big, so I don't really crowd surf. I'm more mosh. And then when Afroman comes, he's like, yo, you're a crazy dude, bro. You're a big guy doing all of that.
DT is hard.
Now, don't leave me there. It's gonna be a different. It's gonna be DT.
So with your knee, how's it performing wise?
With my name?
Your knee.
Oh, my knee.
Because you
I
put
usually
the
wear
ball,
knee
but
brace.
okay.
Yeah, and then when I jump down, I land on my right foot.
Okay.
Do you still play ball?
More just to have fun with like some of the young people. And that.
Yeah.
Like my nephew's always trying to play ball with me. He's 14 and he weighs like 80 pounds. So the last time I played with him, he ran into me, smacked into my chest, and fell and injured himself. Like I had to pick him up and bring him home. And he's like, yo, he calls me Uncle Giggy. He's like, Uncle Giggy, let's play ball. I'm like, nope. I'm traumatized from the last time. Your mom's not gonna come and kick my ass.
Exactly.
That's what you want.
You're too big to play with no 80-pound man.
Bro, I'm 300 pounds, man. You hit me, you fall.
Are you really?
I'm 300 pounds.
Right.
I remember one time this lady got drunk at a club. I think I was in the States. And she's like, oh, I bet I could have hit you and hurt you. I'm like, yo, chill out, man. You're drunk. She's like, no. And she goes like this and punches me in the chest and breaks her hand. And I'm sitting there like, what's wrong with you?
Wow.
And she's like, he broke my hand. I'm like, you guys saw, I didn't touch them.
Wow.
That's
Like,
crazy.
I just saw that Dustin.
Oh.
Dustin Wareham just said nervousness is part of the game.
Oh,
Once you stop getting your nerves, it's time to retire.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Dustin. That's my
Yeah.
blood cousin right there, man. I see you, cuz.
And
Actually,
your brother was a pro?
Oh, man, that's my cousin.
Frieza said something about watch real like
Oxtail is not ass.
Oxtail is not ass. They said yeah.
Frieza? Lord Frieza?
Oxtail. It's called oxtail.
Tail, yes.
It's not tail.
A tail's not ass.
It's not ass.
Tail.
Tail, come on.
Go ahead.
The tail
It's
is
the end of your
the tail is an extension of the spine.
It's not your asshole or
Tail.
part of
It's an
the
inch from it.
Where
It
is
doesn't
where,
mean
where is the tail?
So is
Where
vagina
is
ass?
It's a
Where's
ball.
the tail? Yeah,
It's an inch from it.
I have no problem with either.
Where
On the back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, thanks. Since y'all want to get technical about it, where's the tail?
I just want to.
Okay, Miss Last question is
Yeah,
asking,
okay, all right.
what's more important to you guys, a good beat or meaningful lyrics?
DT.
It's a combination of both. Like when you have the right song where it's in the pocket,
Yeah.
your lyrics can say something. Like a lot of times people will listen to my stuff like, yo, your beats are banging. And then I hear the song and I listen to it and I'm like, you're actually saying something. Right? Like nowadays, everybody's
Actually,
not really saying anything. So when you can put a message in there and it doesn't sound corny, then people are like, yo, I can vibe with that.
Right.
This is outside of the beat. Well, I guess
Is
from
it?
beats, but I put up on Facebook the other day that flow is more important than lyrics.
You did say that actually. You
Flow
said
is
you
more
said flow
important
first.
than lyrics. And
You said
I say
flow first.
flow first because regardless
Depends
of
on who
what
you're
lyrics
talking
you
to.
say, even if it's a politician, it's all about your delivery before the words you
Yeah.
say. Because if your delivery is wrong, it doesn't matter what you say. Nobody's gonna listen.
But that's why Barack Obama was so cool because the way he said things. Whereas you listen to Donald Trump could say the exact same thing Obama would say, and you're like, I can't agree with that.
Exactly.
And it's the exact same thing, but you just can't agree with it.
Oh yeah, Joyce. What's more meaningful, lyrics or?
I'm a lyrics
The beat.
guy. I'm a lyrics guy.
Can you
I
listen to a
am-
track that's just a cappella and still?
I will say this. I will say
It is
this.
love battles.
No, I will say this. I'm a lyrics guy, but I'm also under the impression that we as artists, all of us,
Right.
we are beholden to the beat or beholden to the song. So what the song requires is what we deliver. We are essentially like chained to the beat. We're chained to the song. We're chained to the concept of what the song is. Like me, I don't put a lot of songs out. I have songs that I have. I don't put them out because if they're not right and they're not ready for the public consumption,
But how do you know that?
you'll know it.
It's your own standards.
Yeah.
You'll know from how you feel about it.
Yeah.
We're beholden to the beat. the song.
When you say song, you mean it could be acapella.
It could be anything.
It has to be.
Trust
Well, I need the melody first.
I'll build on that because I'm a lyrics guy too, but it's the beat that inspires those lyrics.
Mhm.
Like you can't just give me any beat. I mean, you can. To write
Some people are like that.
lyrics, but you have to. I need to feel that beat to like be like, okay, this feels like this. You know what I mean?
But
So
what about like
it's like it starts
the people
with
with
the
like
beats,
rhyme books? Like if you have a rhyme book,
Mhm.
you can write verses all day. I know people who get a rhyme book verses all day, hear a beat and be like, oh, this fits this.
I mean, you're talking about yourself.
No,
But see,
no,
I
I do
have
that
a rhyme book.
when I just don't feel like writing.
Thousands of
I'll do
rhymes.
that. But most times when a beat drops, I have to write to it. Like,
Yeah.
like
He's-
something
he's
it has
gotta-
to fit.
He's got a million songs. Like when Cheza hears a song, boom, he's gone. He records it, he analyzes it. When we're on tour, we hear everything. Me personally, like and here's what I want to say about that.
It's a Cheza hour
Hour.
for hours.
I was saying
It's
hour.
not, it's not
Just
hour.
call it the drive.
No, it's a Cheza hour
The
for
Cheza
hours.
The reason I say that is because there's so much music he has. Me personally, I have music, but I'm not going to present it until I feel like it's ready for consumption. Ches is ready for everybody's ear.
It's not though.
Do you put out everything?
Oh, that's why I listen to it so much. Because I'm sitting there breaking it down, seeing
Broke
what's
it down?
breaking it down.
But do you
That
put
made
out everything or no? Because
No,
I've
not
had
everything.
people say to me like, yeah, I basically put out every song I make. I'm like,
See, I
That's
can't
something
agree with
like,
that
I
because
can agree with that.
for me, you get the quality by first doing the quantity.
Mhm.
So people are like, yeah, man, I did 3 songs and they're fire. It's like, I did 100 and I like 3,
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
right? But then other people might like another 10,
Right.
and then those other 9 or 87,
Mhm.
no one else may ever hear again.
But they also might, to Trace's point, like they may not be ready for this time.
And again,
Right.
that's just me.
Like I'm a huge fan of Common's Electric Circus song.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Huge fan of it. Huge fan. Right?
I also didn't know you were a fan of Lenny Kravitz.
But that album,
I wasn't surprised though.
I was surprised.
You like
I
that album?
wasn't. I don't know
Very.
why it made sense.
I haven't really listened to too many albums.
Certain.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of music, but I don't really sit down
Yeah.
and listen to
so now when that album drops, people are hating on it.
Oh, the album dropped again.
Like 6 seconds.
What year?
What is it? The Electric.
2002.
People are hating on it crazy.
Come
Right? But there is so many songs on that album 10 years later that the style of music
It's
sounds
what
like
it is
that.
now.
Sounds like that.
Star
Right?
69
Yeah. It sounds like that.
that Prince played on.
So it's like
Yeah.
you might have that other 87 songs
Mhm.
that you might have to revisit.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? Like my boy Andrew Man when he's making beats. I'm like, yo, bro, start making these beats to acapellas.
Where they
And put
smooth
them out,
though.
right? They're smooth.
Were they
Maybe
smooth?
that's smooth.
No,
Yeah,
I see it. I see it.
Right? And put it out. He didn't want to listen to it, right? Fast forward to what, 3 years ago? Or 3-4 years ago, when Homegirl gets a placement on Jay-Z's,
Okay.
right? Her beats are just like his beats when he started back in 2006.
Who's that? Wonder Girl?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her
Well,
beats are
and-
that
and
Now, hold on. Can we
That's-
talk about the name Angry Man? I think that is so cool. Like, what happens if you're happy? Like you're at your wedding.
Yo, bro.
What's up, Angry Man?
Yo, bro. Even when he's
True, man.
even when he's smiling, he has a screw face on. So he'd be like, hey! But he always has a screw face on. He's always like, he always looks mad.
A lot of people are using Toronto slang now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I go places, they're like, "Yo, I lie." I'm like, "Wait,
That's dope though, because
That's
when
a
it was a
Toronto
New York thing,
Yeah.
everybody was doing New York.
Yeah.
So to me, like growing up, I was always like, why does Toronto follow New York so much
Right.
when they have their own style? Like they're pretty much like, to me, I was like, back in the day when people were sampling like DJ Premier and all that, I was like, why isn't there that Canadian DJ sampling reggae music?
because at
Because
that
that's our
time,
music.
Canada didn't have confidence in itself.
But the
So
joke,
its confidence came from America.
but the joke, some of the slang that Americans were using, especially coming from Brooklyn, was
Mm.
Rex. You know, a lot of boot camp slang they stole from Rexdale artists, and Rexdale they stole it. They and it was like nobody's but people don't put it together.
I got a shout out for Scarborough though. Scarborough comes through with enough slang. And that's when you talk I like Cardi so much. Like Chiz is talking about sampling reggae and this and that. That's what I was
Yeah, he was like one of the first ones that actually
Real
that blew up, and I was like, this is what people should have been doing. This is what people should have been doing here.
Yeah.
Sampling this.
Yeah.
Because we had so many. Like think about it. Like Ghost.
Yeah.
It's a reggae song.
Yeah.
So we could have still had those hip hop
Not
beats.
really.
Yeah.
I know the original.
No, I looked it up. They said it was a reggae song, but I was looking up like
But
a
it
list
actually
of different
wasn't.
reggae songs.
It's actually wasn't.
But to speak to
I
that,
don't know.
about revisiting songs,
Sorry to scout that, but
just-
that
from what I
speaks
found.
to
That's,
not following trends.
yeah.
When you're making music that is timeless,
Yeah.
that could be revisited
Yeah.
and released.
who said that though?
For sure, but it's also
It's
when you think of our cultural diversity, right? In Toronto, the
it's
reason
not
we're so
the
unique
buzzards.
is the way we talk is Jamaican, it's mixed with Canadian,
Yeah.
Somali, like
Yeah.
all these different
Yeah.
cultures.
Especially now.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you know, like you could be
Sure,
around
sure,
a group
fair.
of people like, yo, say wallahi, bro.
Because
And that means nothing, but to someone else, like, say wallahi, yo. That's
yeah, because when Drake was on Sideline, I'm like, yo, I thought the man called the man a bucket. I can't remember. He's talking to somebody on the court side. He's like, called somebody a bucket. I think it was John Wall. And then my boy's like, nah, he called him a buckty. I'm like,
No.
because well, that's Somali. He's speaking Somali too,
yeah.
right? I'm like, rude.
Like you can go places where there's no Muslims and be like, yo, inshallah, bro.
Yeah.
What?
No.
Right. Right.
So it's become ingrained in the culture where like we just merged all these things and that's who we are.
Yeah.
That's our, diverse.
What do you want to take the shot to?
Oh, we didn't do that.
No, what do you want to take the shot to?
Multiculturalism.
All right. To multiculturalism.
Tommy Matola.
Woo! So I was watching a video the other day, and the crowd decided to take a gentleman who's crowd surfing. Mid crowd surf, the DJ puts on a song. Can you tell what the song was?
Pick up something, anything. Don't tell me don't pick up something, anything.
I get what
Everybody, run with
yeah,
it.
they tell me what the man they do with the man who's crowd surfing
And they just picked them up and
and
ran with it.
ran with him. They grabbed him and ran down this way.
So he actually won
This way.
Soca Monarch. So he's the new Soca King
Oh yeah?
for 2019 because
Okay.
of that song.
Wow.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, so for 2019 he's the Soca King.
No. For now. I don't know about 2019. Because you never know when somebody. This is the thing.
No,
about-
but they have the big competition in Trinidad and that kind of thing. So he
it's
won
just
that.
Yeah.
So
but
he
you
gets
never-
crowned.
You never know if somebody might come with some shit in like July.
Yeah, but they
Middle
can't
of
take
summer.
that crown
They can't
until
take
next
that
year.
crown until next
Oh, okay.
Like that's the official crown for Soca. So
Right.
he's the king of Soca for 2019.
Wow. Yeah, that song right
This
there.
is where you make your money.
That song
Yeah.
right there is crazy.
So you think about it, that like Trinidad is now because I think he's Canadian.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a hey, this is our guy.
Yeah.
And that's got to be amazing. Where now you have a thing where like the police were actually doing warnings before he would perform.
On one another go.
So hey, listen. Only have fun, but don't pick up anything and run with it. It's illegal. You know that? Because people are picking up
No, you
water
gotta,
coolers.
you gotta see
They're
this
picking
shit.
up
No, I know, I've
tables.
seen it. I've seen it.
There's
seen
someone
it.
that picking up women that just
But
they're
no,
taking DJ's laptop.
Yeah.
You know you made it if they create a law.
Yeah.
They're stopping people from picking stuff up and running.
Yeah.
I remember
It's actually called theft, by the way.
in St. Martin 3 years ago, I was there for their carnival, and they had did like some temporary law where you had to get a signed paper to say you could get a wine from a woman. So if you went behind somebody and you wanted to walk on them, you had to get a paper. So me and my friends
It's
were
moving
playing the
now.
ass.
The world.
We were walking around with a paper for real, like, hey, sign it. The girl's like, okay. And, hey, sign the paper. So then at the end, it's like, yo, who got the most signs? Who got the most? Oh, you're my guy.
That's back in the day when you had to write down telephone
Oh, yeah.
numbers.
Yo, who got the most numbers?
You go to the mall and you write down, yo. You leave like, yo, how many numbers you get?
Yeah.
The man who didn't get enough numbers, like, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
But
No,
that's
I
what
mean,
you-
right,
that's that's the
Social
thing. It's
media.
been like that. Now, like it's like likes and follows. It's like,
Yeah.
it's been like that.
But see now Instagram and Facebook talking about no, we're not gonna show you how much likes you have anymore.
I like that though.
What do you think of that?
I like
Yeah, everybody. What do you think of that? You like it?
For me, I think it's counterproductive, especially if you're becoming a social influencer. Because now when you go to a brand, it's like, hey, 1,800.
I know, but see,
You know, this how many likes I
no,
get.
no, but
I got 1,800 likes.
no, but however, you should be able to go on your insights and show that.
Yeah, you
So-
But
can,
they can't see that.
but they can't see that.
No, but I can present that. So it's
But
me.
I'm
but
going
they're
to present that
searching-
every week and say, hey guys,
No, but
here's
they
what I-
are
I-
out there looking for who's
See,
popular.
Right,
And that's how they tell.
right.
So
Now they're going to go based on actual content and what content actually should look like.
Or they take over your Instagram. And
What?
that way they'll get all the insights.
how am I supposed to validate myself now?
Is that what it was for? Is that it was social media was for
Well,
validation?
that's the issue, and
That's what people use it as.
that's why they've done it.
Yeah.
It's because people feel the way, and we had this conversation the other day. But people kill themselves.
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
feeling the way and not getting enough likes or whatever it is. So I get that that's why it's going. I don't like it either. Don't exactly.
But there's science that says like the likes and all of that. I think it's dopamine.
It's dopamine.
It's
Yeah.
like it fuels you.
It's a drug.
So your body's like, oh, I need more.
It's a drug.
Post another picture.
Yeah, it's
You know
a
what?
drug. Yeah.
Let's do a video and get likes.
Mm.
Like me, I used to post like 15, 20 times a day, hundreds of pictures.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, look if you get 2 posts from me in a day. Sometimes 3 in like 5 days.
Right.
Because I'm like, I'll put this up. And then I got into a place where you're building because you want to get somewhere.
Yeah.
But then when you start getting there, you start feeling awkward, like, yo, like people are coming to places to look for me.
Right.
Like I would have people, if I posted a flyer, they'd show up like, can I get a picture with you? I'm like, that's all you came here? I just want a picture with you.
Right.
And then, you know, me, I'm one of those guys, I'm not a brag, whatever. Yeah, I drive luxury cars, but most of the time I have a Metro Pass.
Right.
So I'm taking the subway, and I'll have people run into me like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I met you. Can I have a picture? All right, like,
Right.
that's all you want, isn't it?
Right.
You know, so it's one of those things where like people are looking for that validation, and as Canadians, we're the worst with it because everybody's always talking about Drake and whatever.
Right.
No, Drake was always doing great music.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Lil Wayne was like, hey, that's my guy there.
Yeah.
People were like, yo, I rock with Drake.
Yeah, exactly what it was. Because one of my favorite songs from Drake is City is Mine.
I'm not sure.
It's one of his first singles with the radio. City is Mine. Which one? TRONTO. TRAKA, that's me. You know how the story goes. Pull up, Range Rover. You know, like, that's one of his better songs to me.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be one of my favorite songs out of his entire catalog. Right?
See, one thing I respect about
That's
him,
when Flow
He's-
before Flow changed back to that.
yeah. But he's a hard worker. Like that man's on tour recording the next project and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot of people trying to talk down about him. But for me, when artists are like, oh, I don't like this artist, you don't have enough of an opinion to matter to that person.
No.
Because, no, for real, think about it, right? Like people are like, oh, DT, you think you're better than me. No, I don't. I'll work everybody because I wanted that better.
And you need to feel like that
Yeah.
inside to fuel yourself to be able to do that.
So when I go on tour,
to want to keep going.
Exactly. So when I'm on tour in Poland, right, I'm not the headliner in Poland. My label boss is the headliner.
Right.
I'm his opening act.
Right.
So I take my position seriously. I get that crowd act. I
Right.
get them hyped. So when the boss comes out, he can say anything. Lasagna, they're like, yeah! Like that's my job.
Yeah.
And then one day when he says, you know what, we're gonna put you on now. Yeah. Lasagna's amazing. But
Yeah.
And Poland, hey, shout out pierogies, you know? One day I'm gonna do a show and just
What's your favorite pierogi?
Oh, it's gotta be the potato and cheese one.
Well, that's simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's simple. It's the basic. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this the other day.
Is there? Hold
I
on.
was like,
Before you
Bill?
do that,
and some chuck E. cheese.
is there a specific
Chubby cheese?
brand
Just
in
some
Poland that you like,
Shoot.
or a specific
I
spot in
tried-
Poland that you go to?
I've tried so many different places now. Cause the guys, my label NWJ,
Yeah.
they're always like, hey, you need to try pierogies. And we just go try it. Like, come to this place.
Yeah.
So we just go eat and then after a while it's like, I don't remember where I went.
Yeah.
You just have it because that's the dish.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Have it. So while it's quiet, shout out NWJ, my label.
Are you-
Quiet, quiet.
Are you going back out there?
I-
Soon, or?
next week, May 14th, I'll fly out to Amsterdam. I'll be performing at New School Rules.
That's on the
Then-
17th, right?
Yeah, that's 17th. But they have a thing from the 15th and 16th for artists
Okay.
writing camps.
I might
and all of
be.
that.
I want to get up to this school. I think
Okay.
I might be going to Midem.
How do we get on that?
See, Midem is amazing. We're actually
Yeah.
down the main stage.
Is that like January?
No, Midem is
Or-
June 4th to 7th.
Why did I think it
That's
was
coming
like
up.
early.
How do we get out there?
You just go on midem.com and check out their website and whichever. To get on stage is a lot lengthier process, but
I just got
it
invited to I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do it. It's really short notice.
But I'll tell you this, as an
Do it,
artist,
everybody's there.
you have to go to Midem. Like when I say networking, it's not like when people are like, hey, we're having this network in A&Rs, whatever, and then it's at like
It's
one
the
of
real
these
shit.
small venues in Toronto and nobody's actually there.
It's the real shit.
Like here, you can just fly to Midem and don't get the pass and just stand outside the Palais de Royal. And everyone who walks in with the pass, like, hey, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Hey, just fill up your phone contacts and then keep in touch. Because like you can meet the head of Coca-Cola, you can meet the head of Universal, you can meet the people who can be like, you know what, I like Chez's music. Hey, put it in the movie we're doing. And you're like, oh, thank you. What movie are you doing? Oh, Avatar 3. Okay.
Right.
It's
Right? They're like, hey, who's your lawyer? Like, hey, you do law, right? Yeah, it's my lawyer right here.
Yeah. When I first started working where I was working, there was a person in, I want to say Switzerland. He was interested in my music, and he was like, "Yo, I wanna get you out to Midem." And this is 2010,
Oh,
2011. He was like, "Yo, I want you to be out here. I'm gonna do what I can to get you out here.
yeah.
Like, just make sure you have a month free.
Yeah.
Give me a job. We can come out here and network."
See, I'm glad you said that because this is a point of contention for artists. Artists always try to go at me like, oh, you have the freedom to do whatever you want. Hey! When I created that freedom, I decided, hey, you know what? If my job won't let me go, fuck this job.
Yeah.
I'm going anyway. I'll be
No.
broke. I'll be homeless. I gotta roll.
That was the thing. His thing was, I want to have the cash ready for you to come out here and do this, because this is where you need to be with Midem.
Yeah.
And I
When you
researched
go,
it. I
you'll
researched
see
it,
it.
and you
It's amazing.
see it, and it's just like everybody's there. Everybody who's like who you think is the person to really launch your shit. They're either there or they're there to do a seminar, or
Or
they're
the
just doing
person
a
you
speech.
don't even realize can launch your shit.
Yeah,
is there. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of these things are so important. Like, I was at South by Southwest,
Right.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
So shout out my boy Shaw. We're there, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing today?" I'm like, "Oh, we got no plans. We got a show later on tonight." So he's like, "TuneCore is doing an event." So we go in, TuneCore is giving away free drinks and tacos and stuff. I'm like, all right. And then they have the backdrop. So me, I love content.
Right.
Like, hey, shout out to TuneCore. We're here at this lovely event. We really appreciate TuneCore for putting all these events together, da da da. And as I'm saying this guy walks over. He's like, "Hey, I just want to say thank you for that." Oh, who are you? He's like, "My name's Scott. I'm the CEO of TuneCore." I'm like, yo, get in the camera. So now I have Scott's email and I can reach him.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, hey, shout out to TuneCore. Here's the backdrop.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when you go to these conferences, like you think everyone's gonna be stuck up like, oh, don't talk to me, whatever.
Yeah.
No, you can just walk, yo, da, 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 da. I have people who I have relationships with, like these are my friends now, but they're also promoters and tour operators. Where I was like, yo, what are you doing later? All right, so you have your seminar at this time, you're free at this time, I'm taking you out to eat.
Yeah.
I don't ask them, yo, I'm taking you out to eat.
Yeah.
And I'll take them to like the warehouse.
Right.
Like you get two things.
And you gotta be willing to do that. Like when you
Yeah.
have these things, you have to the networking.
Well, now the
And you gotta
reason
keep
for
the
that
eggs
is
in on.
now you have that person alone instead of at a conference where 800 people on top of them.
Yeah.
On top of that, you have an hour or 2 hours you can just sit and
Yeah.
I'll enjoy the food. Thank you for taking me out.
Right.
Da, da, da. Ask me anything you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're there, it's like, yeah. So how do you feel about it? Someone's like, hey, can I get your number?
Yeah, like you've created a bridge. I mean, one of my boys would say, you created a bridge that you're able to cross now.
Yeah.
right? Because other than that, it's like you're throwing from across the pond. Like,
Yeah.
yo, go over here. Yo, talk to me. You know what I mean?
So speaking of which, it's Canadian Music Week.
Yes.
Tomorrow. You're gonna be there?
I'll be at certain parts of it.
Yeah.
I work from 4 to 9, so I'm gonna miss some of the stuff in the evening.
How do you feel about Canadian Music Week
Hold on,
compared to
let's
like South by Southwest?
take this
Oh,
shot.
yeah, we got a shot. Is that what you do?
Take this one shot. Is this the last shot?
Laborious.
This is the last shot of the night.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Do we have any more questions?
There we go.
That's good.
Right. Okay, so yeah, what do you
So CMW
compared to like South by Southwest or North by Northwest?
For me, I think the difference is South by Southwest now is very hip hop oriented when you go in the last couple of days.
Right.
So like I was chilling out with Big Half from Def Jam,
Right.
DJ Johnny O, Nerve DJ. I got to meet the promo Pope. Like all these different people who are doing big things.
Right.
The promo Vatican. And when you look at CMW, it's not the same. The whole hasn't caught up with the fact that hip hop is the #1 genre worldwide.
And there's very little representation.
Exactly. Right? You look at, hey, now Flow is back. Well, why'd you leave?
Right.
Right?
No, they want a piece of.
Well, yeah, because they want that. Whereas when you look at it, like nobody is sitting here saying, hey, there's a lot of money to be made off of it, but we also have all this content. We can empower these guys and make the money off them in a way where, you know, it's mutually beneficial.
Right.
You know what's funny? It's most of the hip hop showcases that happen during CMW are unofficial.
Yeah, they're unofficial.
They're not part
They're
of
at an allowance that's like
Yeah.
18 kilometers
Like,
away from where CMW is.
Like shout out Tasha the Amazon. She's opening up for Brazilian events.
Oh yeah.
That's not a CMW Music Week event.
Yeah, it is.
I believe it is.
It is. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Amazon. She usually gets on the official stuff. Shout out to
Tasha's dope.
Yeah.
No, ever.
We're taking this last
But
shot.
like Merck's show is on Friday or Saturday. I don't think that's part of CMW.
That one's
Probably
definitely
not.
Yeah.
But
And
it's
you
a
have,
good time.
But I
You have
bet you it'll be sold out.
You have tonight. You have John River tonight.
Oh, yeah?
John River's doing his show tonight down at
But that's not part of
Quad.
it.
That's not.
And that's the problem. Like when you look at ATC in Atlanta and South by Southwest, how the hip hop became so prevalent is because of those unofficial shows where all these promoters were like, "Hey, these guys can't afford to get on that. We're gonna do our own thing, and we'll get our own headliners."
Yeah.
But Canada hasn't caught up to the US yet.
No.
Where like in the US, you want to open up for T.I.? Got you. $3,000, you're on the show. You get 2 songs.
Right.
And over here, people are like, oh, $3,000. In the States, like,
But
all right, I want 12 minutes.
But for the people that's going to be there,
Mhm.
kind of want to do that. Like you want that crowd.
For sure, but the thing is, let's be honest about opening up for artists. There's 2 types of opening up. There's you're on at 9 p.m., the headliner's coming at 1 a.m., and you don't even see them open up. They don't see nothing to do with you.
Right.
That's the bullshit one.
Right.
Then there's where I've been.
The common one.
Yeah. Then there's, where Afroman, Ludacris, all these guys were, I'm like the second or third artist before they go on.
Yeah.
They see me perform. I get to talk to them,
Yeah.
and like I have pictures with all these artists I've never posted
Right.
because people just know me to be around celebrities, and that's not what I want to be known for.
Right.
I want to be known for my music.
Right.
Yeah.
All that's extra.
Right.
Right. So when I'm around the celebrities, hey, that's great. But then I'm at a place now where I'm like, okay, if I'm going to book this celebrity for something, I want to track with them so that when I bring them to Toronto, when they do their set, they're going to bring me up.
Right.
So Ludacris was like, yo, y'all make some noise for your own DT the artist.
Right.
And then we come up, we do our song, and then I leave, I chill in the background.
Yeah.
But because I've created an opportunity for artists now, where I say, okay, I'm going to put 10 artists on the show. It'll cost this amount, but you're actually going to get to meet the artist. Like, that's part of the package.
Right.
Right? I don't like this stuff where, like, you're literally just paying to say I opened up for this person. But
And
there's no...
a lot of people are cool with that.
Me, I'm not cool with it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they maybe don't know it any other way.
And see, that's the problem.
Yeah.
So, even personally, I've helped so many artists. I put them on shows with me where they might not have been on the flyer, but they got to open up for these big artists, and they don't know what to do with their bio. They don't know how to do their press kit, so they don't know what that means to anything. Yeah. Whereas for me, like I can give you my bio, and it has 50 celebrities that I've opened up for, and I can show you the corresponding pictures with that celebrity.
Right.
So I know, okay, when I give you my regular bio, it doesn't have none of that.
Right.
But when someone's like, yeah, you know, we're looking for you to open up for a big festival, then you get the longer one with all those names.
Right.
Right. I have tracks with some of the Wire Edge junior artists. I have tracks with Skipper the Flippers artists.
Right.
You know, even Bonnie Godiva. Shout out to Bonnie. That's like my big sis. You know, King of the Dot URL. Yeah. I have like 3 tracks with her coming on my album.
Right.
And then,
so you have the ability to have her on chocolate.
I can definitely have her on shop.
Bonnie,
So we'll set that up the next time she's coming up.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, but
We were trying to get her on last time she came up. But it didn't work out.
she hasn't told
Oh
me.
yeah.
She was supposed to actually show up, but she didn't end up showing up with I guess.
But we're about to do our last shot,
Mhm.
and you know you're a fan of the show.
Oh yeah.
You watch the show.
And
So
you're an artist, right?
Yeah, sometimes.
yeah, so you know what's about to happen, right?
The last.
The last
You
drink.
said we forgot.
So now you get to go, you know, a cappella or instrumental. You know, which matters to you more, sir? Lyrics or beat?
I like the beat.
What kind of beat you looking for? Something trappy?
It's work for you. Mix of hip hop and as I gotta do like the future singing. I'm gonna do
I say 1800 has worked with a lot of hip hop acts.
Okay.
1800 has been working with a lot of hip hop acts. Yeah. Let's go.
Right, so that's your first?
That was dope.
No, that was
no. That's how I come up with verses sometimes. Like I'll just get down below. I'll put the words into it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, how'd you do that?
That's actually something that Paul McCartney used to do.
Yeah.
One missing. Alright.
Good.
Alright. Ready?
One.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
DT's gotta go. He's gotta do his thing. You have 2 minutes.
All right.
Let's go.
It's 2 verses. Go.
Here we go. Living life, give a fuck. On the couch with the shot club. Podcast, we outlast everybody. Keep it gangster. Keep it. Hold up, I'm gonna come back. Messing up. I didn't even pull up. You can see I was actually freestyling.
Yeah,
Right? Usually what I do is I'll just do like a written to a song I've never released.
Most people do that.
But I was
Because
like,
you don't
okay.
have to freestyle, so you expect it. You don't have to do that.
Well, that's the thing, right? It's different with the process. Because like if you hear me in the studio, a lot of times you're like, yo, that written was crazy. Like, oh, that's freestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just coming up with
Yeah, you
something
develop.
and whichever. I came from Poland, but I'm from T.O. Shot Club Podcast. Everybody know it's going down when we around every time around town. Toronto South, we taking pictures where they at now. Shout out to Drake, you kicked down the door, but Maestro opened it up. Cardi push some more. Shout out to Missy Me, salute. Maestro, I said, salute. Here's the truth, Cheza is down. Trace got the lyrics, Mo Littles put us on. David Solomon got them wise words like them songs of Solomon. Open your Bible, what's you heard? If you can't hear, everybody must feel. If you don't know the deal, then hey, that's real. Hey, that was actually freestyle. I didn't do no written. That was off the top. So I can't be like, yo, came with a written. I put everybody's name in it.
You did,
all right?
You
Put
did.
everybody's name in it.
Alright, so for this last shot,
Last shot. What's this to?
before even, what's it to? Well, let people know where they can find you, find your music.
You can find me everywhere at DT the Artist, dttheartist@gmail.com if you want to email beats or do a feature. dttheartist.com, my website. Again, everywhere is DT the Artist. Shout out to my manager, Mia Hill from One Mission Management in Atlanta. Shout out to my record label, NWJ, out in Poland. Shout out to my producer, The Six, out in Windsor. My whole team international. Shout out to Steel DC, my video guy, and one of the artists I rock with. He's out in St. Martin right now. He'll be Thursday. So yeah, we working, man. Shout out Chief Records. Shout out Dustin Wareham. Shout out Mike Stone. Shout out the Shot Club Podcast.
Hey,
You weren't gonna say the Grammys. They would have cued that music.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it up, B.
So this is to, since they're taking the shot anyways, this is to the song that we have made with
Yes, that's right.
and Steel.
We do have a song in the studio.
But yeah, episode 1 shot, season 4 down.
Allow us to reintroduce ourselves.
My name is Mo.
Like I said, this is gonna be the place.
Shout out to 1800 though for keeping us.
Sponsor and keeping us
Keeping us
Lady.
Keep us 1800.
keeping us
keeping our parched
Keeping us frosty.
not so
Stay
parched.
frosty.
Frosty.
Stay frosty.
Stay frosty, my friend.
Stay frosty.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.
So first of all, before you go, if you have been drinking, please drink responsibly. You know, be that person. You know, have a designated driver like we do.
have a DD.
Like, share, comment, subscribe,
Like
hit that
DT.
bell to stay notified. Shout out about that.
Subscribe.
Gang.
Peace.
Let him out. Shiny birthday.
Oh, man.
Fuck your couch.